Alright, so I recently watched an ADL video on the YouTube talking about these two symbols. I think it's like 2 years old, but I've seen some other videos about hate too, so I figured I'd just mash it all together. So here, take a listen.
Now at 5, are they symbols of hate? The Anti-Defamation League says the OK sign and the bowl haircut style are now on its hate symbol database. The ADL says extremists are claiming both of those symbols.
And that is obscuring their original innocent meanings. WBZ's Christina Rex has the story tonight.
No, I've never heard those as symbols of hate at all, no.
To me, those two don't mean much.
The OK hand gesture and bowl cuts, once a fashion statement, now considered symbols of hate, added to the Anti-Defamation League's 20-year-old list among swastikas and burning crosses.
Hate is always adapting to the current environment, so we need to be on top of it, and that's why we update the database regularly.
The OK gesture, the ADL says, has now been used in fringe white supremacy groups to mean not OK, but white power. And bowl-shaped haircuts, once just an embarrassing childhood fashion style, now emboldened into a white supremacist image, the group says, because of Charleston Church mass shooter Dylan Roof.
As more extremists are using it, it's important for law enforcement, it's important for the public to know that it's now been adapted.
Some people on the street had heard of the OK sign turned white power symbol before.
I knew about this one.
You did know about that one?
Yeah, have been cautious to use it for that reason.
Okay, first off, the OK power thing, that was a joke. There was a conservative channel, they just said, hey, let's just call it white power, see if we can troll people. That's where that came from. Also, no one gets in a tizzy when black people put their fist up in the air for black power. And as for the bowl cuts, well, they should be banned, quite frankly. And the thing with racists, such as the KKK and neo-Nazis, they take symbols to adopt them to their ideology. In essence, they're corrupting the imagery. And by banning or vilifying these images as symbols of hate, you're just playing into the racists' agenda. What I mean by that is, fascists were known for banning books and symbols and such. And what are you doing now? Now you're banning symbols and books, because these groups have corrupted them and co-opted them. Now it's time for everybody's favorite Latina. Here, take a listen.
Mr. Daniel, you are CEO of firearm manufacturer Daniel Defense. This photograph is from an advertisement featured for your company. Do you know, I'd like to draw your attention to that red tattoo featured in your company's advertisement. Do you know what that tattoo is? Mr. Daniels?
Madam Congresswoman, I'm not sure this is our ad. Can you show the whole ad? Is this our ad or someone else's?
Yes, this is your ad, Mr. Daniel. This is an advertisement for your company, Daniel Defense. Ms. Sampson, as an expert in this area, can you briefly tell us what that tattoo is?
That's a fall knot, and it's a symbol that has been increasingly embraced by white supremacists.
Are you aware that your advertising department uses imagery affiliated with white supremacist movements in its marketing materials?
Good God. That woman even said it's been increasingly embraced. So again, these friggin' groups, they're co-opting images. I mean, you could go back to the Second World War. Hitler did that. He was obsessed with Nordic, Germanic imagery. But this woman, ever the racist pusher, says it's a racist symbol without even understanding the history, the context. But then again, the left is the same group of people who say white people don't have a culture. I guess white people can't have nice things. Now on a lighter note, she said imagery affiliated with racism. Well, how about that? 'Cause Confederate flag, that's racism. So, I'd wonder how she'd explain this. I could take a guess. She'll probably say that was before it was classified as a racist symbol. Even though the KKK has been using it since their founding, pretty much. Now on a short emotional level, because that's what hate is. Hate's an emotion. So how can you ban hate? Because if you think about it, hate is exactly the same as love. It's just the polar opposite. The two most powerful emotions, love and hate. And the thing with hate is the more you try to ban it, the more it flourishes. Same thing with love. Alright, that's it for my little ramble. Take care. I'll put the links in the description.